2024 is over, and it was the first real year of this channel. The first part of The Conjuring came out January 3rd, 2024. So right at the start of the year. Lauren commented, "How did I miss the Space Pants clip? Annabelle the doll is moving around on her own, and they find her in different rooms than they left her in."
A hand or a leg was in a different position, and its head was looking up instead of down, and
He used the best references. Rewatching the classics today. Chef's Kiss. It's funny because the Conjuring review does feel like it was so long ago that it's appropriate to refer to it as the classic. January 8th, 2024, part 2 of The Conjuring comes out. Mrs. Barry, you wouldn't say how. I know, right? April says, "Rory, he's my new friend. Do you want to see him?" The mom says, "Yeah. How?"
Yeah, do you want to see him?
Yeah? How?
With this.
You wouldn't say how. You wouldn't say how. The Don Vino, 11 months ago. Great review. Cannot wait for more. Maybe a good one? Hopefully Don Vino stuck around and found one that he liked. Then part 3 came out. January 17th, 2024. Lorraine says, "Do you remember what you said to me on our wedding night?"
Do you remember what you said to me on our wedding night?
And he's like, "Can we do it again?"
Can we do it again?
And she's like, "Haha," after that. And he doesn't say anything, so I guess he doesn't remember.
You said that God brought us together for a reason, right?
So I guess they got married, and then fucked, and then he started talking about God, and he doesn't remember it.
I'm gonna get dressed.
Minkle, Boren, Kinkle. Hope you're gonna give a lot more content. Thank you for your comments. January 28th, 2024. Part 4 of The Conjuring review. So then Doofy's recording as the Warrens go into the basement with a mic and ask the spirit if it wants to communicate.
Give us a sign that you want to communicate with us.
Ed walks around, deliberately putting the mic up to things that make noise. The subtitles even say, "water running in pipes." The noise was loud enough that they thought they'd let deaf people know. Puts the mic up against the furnace. A probably fake account. "Bro, why are you not famous?" Which has one reply from Calcin814 that says, "Thank God he's not." February 2nd, 2024, The Conjuring Part 5 comes out. And then one of the temperature-sensitive cameras goes off, and we see Cindy sleepwalking again. The dad says, "Why is it taking pictures of Cindy?"
Somebody's with her.
Which is a cool idea. It's a nice touch, right? They're temperature-sensitive cameras. Why is it taking a picture of a normal person as she walks by them? There must be something with her. That's creepy. But then they immediately ruin that by having the dad say, "Who?"
Somebody's with her. Who?
First comment is a bunch of nonsense. Jesse Darian. The first Conjuring was a very enjoyable comedy movie. I agree. Thank you for your comment. The first appearance of Derek Llewellyn. It looks like really remember real thing. Feel like flashback and side effects from magic go back and time travel would be there. To which he replied, "It looks good. I love Conjuring movie Horror House Inn." Thanks for your very real comments, Derek. February 12th, part 6 of The Conjuring comes out. So then they leave. They're driving to the house. Their poor daughter just had a traumatic experience. Her parents showed up for 5 seconds, told her it was okay, and then they fucking leave. They leave. They leave her at home with her nana who couldn't help her, and the fucking doll, Annabelle, still. She lives in the same house. Dylan Garnett commented, "Wake up, baby. A new Happy the Knife just dropped." That's fun. I remember reading that. That made me feel good. Thank you for that comment, Dylan. Derek replied to that comment. Joey King, she was Christine Perry. She was in 12 Years Old Girl. She feels like 12-year-old girl. Thanks again, Derek. A true fan. February 23rd, 2024. Part 7, the final part of the Conjuring review comes out. Then Carolyn, while still tied to the chair, floats up in the air. So that's not good. She could fly this whole time. She turns upside down. Ed says, "Put her down," in a stern voice a few times. And it does.
Put her down!
She just drops to the floor. So that worked? Just keep doing that. Just keep yelling at it sternly. Oh no, 10 months ago. Matt Northernman, MN, hi Matt. Please do this for the Child's Play movies. I can't believe that was 10 months ago you brought that up. God damn. Sorry, Matt. 2 months ago, Cliff Hamrick writes, I'm glad to have found this. I thought I was the only one who thought this movie was stupid. Can't tell you how many times I've heard someone say this is the scariest movie they've ever seen. You're not alone anymore, Cliff Hamrick. And finally, on March 10th, I released the full-length cut. Lorraine says, I'll call Father Gordon, let him know what happened. But then it cuts away to show Ed in the museum, which is too bad, as I would have loved to hear that phone call. She's just like, yeah, Ed did the exorcism without the Vatican's approval. Yeah, I know he's not a priest. Well, we were gonna call you, but there wasn't time. Of course he used holy water. Well, he started to, but it broke. Yeah, just the little vial. That was all we had. No, nobody got hurt. Well, a cop got his face bit pretty badly. Yeah, a cop. No, it was just one cop. There was just one cop there. And it's a good thing he was there, because who would have shut the door open? Arulian Slayer's back. These reviews have been great. I love this movie and will definitely see it in a new way after watching your reviews. Mainly trying to pick up on all the Roger and Ed romance hints. Haha. There. I can't believe I haven't finished that video yet. Theodore Krieger says, this is great. Please make more. I do appreciate that comment, and I realize that I do need to focus more on just making fun of horror films on this channel. And I am going to try to do more this year. Funniest one yet. Shout out for putting up my art in your background. Appreciate you. Keep it up. Says Senator666, who is the artist from Mostly Odd Oddities. After a little break, we finally got to this year's big project, which was Try Not to Laugh at Hereditary. April 25th, 2024, Part 1. He says, your mother is in the car. Get ready. We're late. Pretty sure they would have told the kids, set a fucking alarm tomorrow. It's your grandma's funeral. But no, we'll just wake them up once we're ready to leave. Thought I was going to get a lot more hate for this review, but it really wasn't that bad. Spills51 commented, you're nitpicking like hard. So my nitpicking is like hard. Thanks. Jim Johnson. I always found this movie more comical than scary. I don't get the hype surrounding it at all. As I commented, Jim, you'll probably like my videos then. Thank you for your comment. Xavier. Okay, I love this. Thanks, Xavier. I hope you stuck around and watched the rest of it. Momo, Anisong, commented, I really felt the you'll get it on the next watch part, because this just reminds me of whenever I don't get shit during lessons, and people just be like, you'll understand it later. I felt the same way, because I knew before reviewing this movie I should probably watch like an explained video so that people don't tear me apart in the comments saying I don't get it. And a lot of this movie isn't explained at all, and if you want to understand it, you have to watch an explained video. And sometimes that's fun with movies, but I don't think it was fun with this one. So I'm glad you agree, and thank you for your comment, Momo. Hunter Cox Personal. I watched this movie with someone who kept laughing at parts that most consider to be scary. I realized it was a very obvious and obnoxious self-defense mechanism to reject the vibe instead of going with it so that they didn't have to become scared and seem weak in front of others. At first I was offended, but then I realized she was too insecure to be vulnerable in front of us, and then I just felt bad that some people aren't able to enjoy movies for what they are due to insecurities they can't even see. Any movie can be stupid if you look at it from a perspective outside of the one intended by the filmmaker. 3 likes. Good comment, Hunter. Please recommend my channel to your friend. May 10th, 2024, Part 2 of Hereditary. Sin Eater 666 Music is back, and he says, the part about the woman waving being scary versus the lady seeing her cut that bird's head off being the actual creepy part had me rolling. She takes the scissors from class, she cuts off the bird's head, and then she puts the head and the scissors back in her pouch. So she's having a good day. She turns around, takes another bite of chocolate, and she sees some lady. Just some nice looking lady standing across the road looking at her. The lady kind of waves and the scene ends. When she sees this lady, Charlie's face and the music cues to us that this is like creepy. But it's completely backwards. Because imagine you're just some nice lady on a walk on a nice day, and you see a kid at school cut the head off a dead bird, turn around and look at you, and then take a bite out of a chocolate bar. It'd be fucking terrifying. I posted a clip of that joke on TikTok, and I got this reply from Orange Slice. I don't think that lady would be able to see her cut the head off. She's super far away. I replied, a legit point. I was remembering her being closer when I wrote the joke, but yeah, first shot of her is really far away. Good catch. A legit criticism of my criticism in my joke. But I still think that part's funny, and I still like that joke, so I'm leaving it in the review forever. Our first appearance of You Go Strange. Keep this up, man. You and I are the only ones really taking this movie to task. Keep it up. And we did talk, and I did get it recorded, and that will be a part of the final cut, which is in editing right now. By editing, I mean I'm editing it. Try not to laugh at Hereditary Part 3. Mom comes running up and says,
What are you doing? You some kind of idiot. You can't roam around with no shoes and no coat.
and the thing is, if your kid sneaks out in the middle of the night and sleeps in the freezing cold treehouse, or goes outside without shoes or a coat on, at a certain point, it's your fault. You can't call the kid an idiot. You didn't even know she was fucking outside. He then said, my dad would have said the same thing, then whooped my ass. Thank you for your comment, heathen. Sorry about your dad. Boop beep bap. Even though this movie was lame, the ending was more comical to me because of those naked old people. It was pretty funny, wasn't it? Really strange to have them be naked at the end. What the fuck? Super Bowl song. You need more subs. Subbed and commented for the algo. Thank you. Thank you very much. I need all the help I can get. I also posted this clip from that video. So cut to Peter driving, and Charlie's in the back seat instead of the passenger seat for some reason. There's no conversation happening at all. They're just driving to a party in silence. And Parquat F. Pibizka said, it's safer for kids in the back seat. And then replied to themselves, but obviously not for Charlie. Dylan LC, why your channel got so little subs when you're making such good content, huh? One film nerd to another, you're freaking killing it. Amazing. Not sure you're standing on posting videos about films that have been heavily studied already, but Possum and The Lighthouse are very claustrophobic and eerie. I think The Lighthouse is my favorite film to watch on mushrooms. Aha. Really digs deep when you're balls deep on 10 grams of penis envy. Dylan, you sound awesome. Thank you for your comment. One film nerd to another. I'm more like a film bully. June 27th, 2024, Part 4 of Hereditary. He says, oh shit, look.
Oh shit, look. They're giving out chocolate cake.
And I guess she falls for it. Sometimes it seems like the writing was for a character that is younger or maybe more special needs. Other times she seems more mature and self-assured and not able to fall for things like, go get the cake before they run out.
Hurry up, they're gonna run out. Come on, Charlie.
True grinder. The old giving out chocolate cake trick works again. Good comment. Thank you. Sineater666 music. God was like, I'm gonna watch this play out and see if this pole can really do this. And assuming that God exists in this fucking universe with demons and shit. He's just watching this shit play out and not interfering at all. Just watching a demon decapitate a special needs child. Nyamko? Which god? I'm assuming the movie has a god, if it has demons. So that one? Xavier's back. Thank you for censoring the ant head. Not my best work. Really not making the most of my editing software. But I tried. Posted a clip from that one on TikTok and I got slammed by Namco. Anyway, Annie gets home. She says she went to the movies again. And Steve doesn't ask about it at all.
At the movies. Tell me more about it.
Okay. Not even like natural. Like, how was it? Was it good? What movie did you see this time? Alone. Yeah, he doesn't ask. That is his character. You noticed who his character is. Where's the critique? I'm just gonna stick with the I'm a bully thing. I'm not really a movie critic. July 20th, 2024, part 5 of Hereditary.
How is your relationship with your son? Okay, I sleepwalk. A couple years ago, I woke up and I was standing next to Peter and Charlie's bed when they shared a room. And I was standing there with a box of matches and an empty can of paint thinner.
She covered them in paint thinner and then lit a match. The sound of striking the match woke up Peter and Annie. Weird that being covered in paint thinner didn't wake anyone up, but okay. She put out the match immediately, but it was impossible to convince Peter that she was just sleepwalking.
And Peter always held it against me. And there is nothing I can say and nothing I can do.
Lauren, he always held the fact that I tried to murder him in his sleep against me. Which is a fantastic joke. I wish I would have made that point. Sealids, although I really enjoy the small vids you make for every film you talk about, I do think your channel would benefit so much from long-form content instead. Either way, keep up the great work. I think so too. I wish I could do it. Even these short 10-minute videos are hours of work. Especially at this time because I really don't know what I'm doing. And I abandon like 100 ideas before I finally get it down to this 10-minute video to release. And then I have regular work and life outside of this. But that's definitely the goal, and I'm glad to hear someone validate that idea. So at this point I was fucking sick of Hereditary. But because there was so much left, I asked Facebook, what can I do to sort of keep things moving? And it's not just one video project that takes forever. And people said trailer reactions. So I started doing trailer reactions. It's been, there's been a lot going on. But in an effort to make more content regularly, I am considering doing weekly trailer reactions for whatever horror movies are coming out that weekend. On August 23rd, 2024 was the first Happy Friday, where we checked out The Crow, Afraid, and Hellhole. Oh. Is this what it was like when the first Crow came out? Where it's just like, that's the most try-hard shit I've ever seen. And you're just kind of embarrassed for the people making it. What the fuck was that? Gideon James Abbott said, "This is a great format for you. The movie trailers are desperate for your insight." Thank you so much. This first Happy Friday was really long and it got copyright claimed to shit. I had to start cutting them way down. But I am glad that people liked these. They don't get nearly as many views, but they're a lot easier for me, and we did end up getting some fun jokes out of these. Next week, September 6th, 2024, we're catching up to now fast. Happy Friday, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, and The Front Room. So let's check out the Rotten Tomatoes on these pieces of shit. Rotten Tomatoes. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Kind of fucking crushing it. 76% on the critics' side. The audience score is now the popcorn meter. Thanks, Rotten Tomatoes. You pieces of shit. Popcorn meter? How dare you? First comment from Bankrupt Barry. These copyright claims are so fucking annoying. I am now suddenly picking up copyright claims for stuff I published like 11 months ago. YouTube's copyright system is a complete cesspit. Anyway, great job on these breakdowns, my dude. Thank you, Bankrupt Barry. This was the start of a thing. We ended up collaborating a bunch together this year, and that was a lot of fun. You guys can see Bankrupt Barry and all of his movie reviews over at his channel, Bankrupt Barry, or you could check him out on the October series we did together called How Horrific, or in the Christmas special I just released, where Bankrupt Barry appears as the ghost of Christmas future. Lauren commented, that Canny guy's reviews cannot be trusted. I agree. Who says Canny? Hey, it's our guy, William Bibbiani. The Edgars brothers have an uncanny way of balancing those wild... The Edgars brothers have a canny way? Canny? Son of a bitch, is canny a word? Am I just learning that now? Like, I know the word uncanny, so it would make sense that canny would be a word. Having or showing shrewdness and good judgment, especially in money or business matters. Northern English Scottish, pleasant, nice. She's a canny lass. Is canny the opposite of uncanny? Canny is also related to the word cunning, another adjective meaning wise, but with negative connotations. Uncanny is not the opposite of canny. Uncanny means weird or unsettling. So they're not even fucking related, those two words. Nellie F.M. Helly said, Norwood? Who's Norwood? I'm crying. G. Allen Johnson from the San Francisco Chronicle. Max and Sam Eggers did draw out some good performances, with Norwood hanging tough with a couple of accomplished... Norwood? Who's Norwood? Oh, Brandy. Just call her Brandy, you fucking asshole. With Brandy hanging tough with a couple of accomplished theater-trained pros in Hunter and Burnap. Why are you calling them by their last names? It's not a fucking baseball team. I was really mad about it when I was reading that review. So I'm glad you got to enjoy that. Thank you for your comment. September 13th, 2024. Speak no evil and meanwhile on earth. Where we got the great line, but it gets in its scarefest licks thanks to a smiling devil of a lead performance in James McAvoy that will creep you out big time and fry your never to a frazzle? Fry your never to a frazzle. If that's a saying, come on. No. Last time I didn't know the word canny. Are you telling me there's an expression, fry your never to a frazzle? I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Senator666 Music says, you need to make fry your never to a frazzle merch. I agree. I've been planning merch for a while, and I started to set up a website, but it wouldn't let me connect to my YouTube unless I have 500 subs, so kind of put that on hold for a minute. I think we're at like 350 now. We're getting there. Bankrupt Barry says, how dare you question master film critic Peter Travers? The man is a poet and a scholar and a sultan in the sack. September 20th, 2024, the last one of the Happy Fridays before we get back to Hereditary. There was just one movie, and it was The Substance. Thelma Adams of AARP Movies for Grown-Ups. With this cross between David Cronenberg body horror and Sunset Boulevard, more inserts herself into the Oscar conversation? Fuck you. Giving a performance that is both literally naked and operatically dark. 4 to 5. Audience reviews. Bella. Worst movie I've ever seen. 1 out of 5 stars. Thank you, Bella. Which ended up being like one of the hit films of the year. And you know what? Lauren called it. With the fear of embarrassing myself, I'm going to admit that I've been kind of looking forward to this movie. Cinematography, the color saturation, that stuff really appeals to me. Some of my favorite movies are Risk Cutters, A Love Story, John Dies at the End, quirky weird ones like that, and I think this might just be a good one. I'm a pothead. With the lights out and a movie like this on, it may be really entertaining. We shall see. Please don't judge me. I'll let you know how bad it is. Lauren, you weren't wrong at all. This is like everyone's favorite horror movie of the year, and I still haven't seen it. September 22nd, 2024. Hereditary Part 6. Just then, he gets an email from the cemetery saying, oh yeah, here's the photos we took. We took them for insurance claim purposes. The pictures show that the gravesite wasn't just desecrated. It was dug up, and the body is gone. You have to call the cops, right? What the fuck? Would they really call you at home and say like, yeah, her grave's been desecrated. All the dirt has just been desecrated up, and the body desecrated completely out of the cemetery. We took some pictures. You're probably going to want to contact your insurance. Try to get some money back. Creepy Boris. Just found this channel. These are awesome. Looking forward to more. Thank you, Boris. Grimble67. You are giving off some major Nate Bargatze vibes. Keith must have good abs because he's always laughing. This must be someone who knows Keith, my friend, who recommended that I review this movie. I really appreciate that. I do think the Nate Bargatze vibes might just be my big dumb eyes. I do appreciate the comparison a lot. Thank you very much for your comment. And all through October, we did How Horrific.
It's Halloween, you pathetic lowlives. We got a certified banger ready to pop. But first, I just want to take a moment to plug our friends over at Happy the Knife.
You know you ain't got no friends, Barry.
Brr. Now, this guy at Happy the Knife is one of these smooth boys who likes to leave his fancy shirts unbuttoned. He's a real handsome Sam.
Bro, his name is not Sam.
Everybody knows I can't stand a handsome Sam. They're the worst. They're always brushing their teeth and having sex without having to pay for it. But even I gotta admit this channel offers good commentary. So if you're into scary movies, it's time to get off your luscious crack and subscribe to Handsome Sam.
Barry, his channel's called Happy the Knife. They're gonna be doing a whole Halloween extravaganza.
Which was kind of a last-minute idea. I knew there was quite a few people that wanted to do some sort of collaboration, and I didn't know exactly how. I thought it might be fun to do a kind of variety show, YouTube showcase type thing. And it was definitely the most work I've probably done on anything. Going to that series, I didn't really know what the hell I was going to do. And week to week, I was sort of waiting to see what kind of segments I was going to be able to get from other people, if I was going to be able to get it done. And towards the end of the month, I couldn't keep up, which was embarrassing as hell, but it's kind of funny looking back at it now that I didn't get the Halloween special out till November 1st. Sorry, everybody. That was the whole point of the whole fucking thing. Maybe next year I'll fucking get it right. But anyway, the people that came through, I couldn't believe that they did. And I really appreciate it a lot, because a lot of people didn't respond to me at all. And it was a really cool experience. And made some cool contacts that hopefully we'll see more of, like we did on Christmas, when Bankrupt Barry and Crash and Burn and I Read Books came back for the Christmas special, which was also last minute and a shit show that I fucked up. But from this series that we sort of made up as we went along, we got Jen. And this is my co-host, a humorous head.
Hello, bitches.
And after reaching out to several gaming channels and not being able to arrange anything in time, I had to make up a gaming segment. What's up, gamers? Welcome to another episode of The Happy's Horror Gaming, I think I called it. Today we're going to be playing Alien, which I had fun making, and hopefully people enjoyed it. Here we go. Fuck! Another thing I got to make up, under the pressure of having to try to come up with segments every week, was a new series called The Greatest Horror Films Ever to Fall Asleep to. And the first film in that series was Alien. They're going to quickly catch it with a net. They have nets on this spaceship in the future, and that's what they're going to use to collect this alien life form that has acid blood and they don't know anything about. And that segment sort of had the same theme of my channel, which is to try to make fun of highly rated horror films. I know it'd be easier to make fun of really dumb horror films, but I thought it'd be more fun for me and more interesting for other people to try to take these classic horror films and make them funny. And he's going to kill her, but not in a way that anyone has ever been killed before, which is strange because in a couple of minutes we're going to find out he's a robot. So either the programmer was weird as fuck, or they didn't program how to kill a person at all, which was probably a good idea. I also knew that not everyone would be happy about it. Now, I thought people would really object to the Alien review. I didn't get that much hate for it, but people really didn't like when I made fun of Rosemary's Baby. The movie starts with 2 minutes of Mia Farrow singing a song that's called Lullaby. Nothing happens for 15 minutes. Todd Jackson, you should narrate your film clips and be on camera as little as possible. Jeez. I know. I didn't really doll myself up too much for these ones, or now, or really ever at all, but thank you for your comment. It's just easier to just record myself and add other stuff over it later. I really don't want to have to do any more work than this. But at least Mizov said disagree. Thank you for supporting my homeliness. Michael Z, 9892. Rosemary's Baby is a masterpiece. Have to strongly disagree. You've just been raised on too many video games and overstimulated. By the way, your voice puts me to sleep. I wouldn't call myself overstimulated, but I'm glad that my voice is so soothing to you. I hope the next time you can't sleep, you'll check out another one of my videos. Lisa Vanderhoven. I am subscribing to see the rest of this series. Thank you, Lisa. I'm sorry there hasn't been more. I had to prioritize Hereditary for sure, and I do plan on making more of the sleeping content. I've already started on a bunch of new films for it. So if you see this, you'll be happy to know there's more coming. And we've made it to December. December 6, 2024, the last Happy Friday. Getaway, werewolves, and Night Bitch. Next up, werewolves. A man, Frank Grillo, must battle his way across a town terrorized by werewolves. Our money's on Grillo. Oh, fuck. Why would you put that in there? Starring Lou Diamond Phillips. Okay. That's all it says. Bankrupt Barry. Holy shit. I haven't heard the name Lou Diamond Phillips in like 30 years. Good snark on these videos, rants. I might have to give the Nick Frost one half a chance, but otherwise, these look pretty bleak. I think Barry's probably right. The Nick Frost one of the three is probably going to be the better one of the group. And I was pretty hard on its trailer. And thank you to everyone who comments when they disagree with me. Like Lauren was right about the substance, and I won't be surprised if Barry's right about Getaway. Bambi Bino. 666. Ooh. I have a lot of subscribers with 666 in the title, which might not be the best sign, since I started off the year offering my soul to Satan. Does anybody want this soul? Anybody? I know nobody alive wants it. What about the devil? Satan, do you want my soul? Well, it's a piece of shit, so you can just have it. I don't even want it. Nosferatu, I'm so pumped for it. If it's shit, now I'm blaming you. The next date on here for a horror movie coming out, and that movie is Nosferatu with Bill Skarsgård. And honestly, I think it's going to be boring as fuck. Honestly, though, why are all those reviews so pompous and snooty? No one writes like that. I never really read movie reviews until I started doing this, and holy shit. You can tell these people went to college for years just to write reviews about Night Bitch. Unfortunately, the only dangerous or challenging thing about Night Bitch is its defiantly uncommercial title, wasting another engaging turn from Amy Adams on a dramedy that overcompensates for its out there premise with stale and stodgy lessons. If you told me it's a movie about a mother who's turning into a dog, I'd want to see it. Thank you for your comment, Bambi. And I look forward to your comments in the future. And I'm sorry I didn't do the Nosferatu trailer reaction. I did record one, but the video itself, once I started to edit it, just wasn't that funny. There wasn't that much to say. So I ended up doing the Why I Hate Christmas special instead. Before I did that, I did the last part of Hereditary, Part 7, December 20th, 2024. We see Annie, who is either now possessed or has been bitten by a radioactive spider, crawl across the walls. None of the other characters, like Charlie, could fly around when they were possessed, but for some reason the mom can. Claude Saint, I love your dye job. What a keen eye you have, Claude Saint. As some of you know, I was born a natural blonde, and with my natural hair color, I look like an angel, and I just don't feel that that suits my personality. Elizabeth came back and said, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to laugh at Hereditary. It scared me way too much. This movie really got to a lot of people, and quite a few people were kind of shocked when I told them I was going to be making fun of Hereditary. And as you see in some of the comments, they're just saying, what is there to make fun of? I hope if you've watched some of these videos that I've made that you'll go back and see these movies that fucked with you, like Hereditary, and they won't have that same traumatizing effect on you. But again, Elizabeth McCormick, coming back, being honest, and we appreciate that. Lauren, the mom who can fly falls. I think I laughed out loud when I saw that part. He somehow outruns the Spider-Man demon that can fly and climb on walls. He trips at the top of the stairs. I was really worried for a second that she was going to catch him because he tripped. But it's okay, because the mom who can fly, she also trips. People on TikTok, though, did not enjoy this last part of this review so much. He says, what the fuck was that? Why didn't you call the police? She says,
Police can't help us.
really? The police can't help you? The police, the only people trained and designated to help you in this exact situation, can't help you. Even if you think it's a cult or a curse or a demon, you still need someone to deal with the fucking rotting corpse in the attic. Astral tackle, what's the point of what you're saying? It's pretty given that they are in the grips of something strange. Peter doesn't call the police because she's obviously mentally ill in his eyes and they could hurt her. I think he means Steve, which is totally fine because even when I was writing my script, I kept writing down the wrong names because their names are all just generic. Annie, Peter, Charlie, Steve. I guess that's a fair point that a therapist and a husband wouldn't want to call the police if he's concerned about the safety of his wife, but I don't know if they put that much thought into it. But I'm glad that you did, because I think that's a fair point. Thank you for your comment, Astral Tackle. Graham F. They would have been accused of digging up the grave and arrested, or called crazy and put in a mental hospital. That might be a fair point. I don't know what the police would do if you called them in this situation. But again, I'm just having fun and I think you guys are too. So thank you for your comment, Graham F. People did like this clip, though. He climbs up into the treehouse and everyone is bowing to him. He doesn't look too thrilled to be there, which makes sense, because a little bit ago he was one of the kings of hell with 200 legions of fallen angels, and now he's been demoted to the leader of a nudist colony in Utah. Thank you, Draco Magic Stick and Joshua Marcella, for commenting on that clip. Finally, we ended the year the only way I knew how, with a Christmas special. The idea was that Christmas isn't horrific, and I'm disappointed by that. And then Jen reminds me that Christmas has ghosts, the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future. I Read Books appears as the ghost of Christmas past, Crash and Burn as the ghost of Christmas present, and Bankrupt Berry as the ghost of Christmas future. That storyline involved interactions between myself and them, and I did it so last minute and botched it so bad, and had to work and had to do regular family Christmas stuff where I couldn't fucking do it. I couldn't pull it off. It's all my fault. I did manage to rewrite a short story and use clips from their videos that they sent me, but it's really not fair. Like, they sent me really great videos.
You forgot to mention that in many parts of Europe, it's not Santa Claus who brings the presents on Christmas, but baby Jesus.
Well, child labor, anyone? Of a newborn, nonetheless?
The one chick, I think it's the blonde chick who escapes at the end. I think her name's Casey. No, Casey's the name of the 16-year-old girl. I think the blonde chick's name was Elaine. She's up this sort of jungle gym thing and she falls backwards and you see her shin bone pop through her skin, and it is so good.
Brr, shut up, ass wipes. Rance needs to know that the future sucks ass. I mean, I spent years yearning for the honey sweet kiss of death, but now I realize I'm cursed to just hang around like a Walmart fart, trying to offer cautionary messages to people like Rance. I mean, it's almost like this whole conceit makes no sense. What kind of afterlife demands that you spend all your time playing tour guide? I'd rather get sent to proper hell. At least I'd get to hang out with some cool musicians.
But I'm still glad that we got something out and that people seem to enjoy it and that we got to do another How Horrific collaboration. So thank you very much. I Read Books, Crash and Burn, Bankrupt Berry. Sin Eater 666 Music came back and said, love I Read Books. His voice accent cadence reminds me of Nandor the Relentless. And I love that he has his own Gen-type character now. Matt Northern, Merry Feliz Kwanzaa New Halloweemas to you. To you too, Matt. Bambi Bambino, your reaction to eggnog. I don't know who invented it, but they should never enjoy Christmas again. Even harsher than I am. P.S. Love that you couldn't refrain from laughing at the end. It was fun. True Grinder Tales from the Crypt is peak childhood, definitely. I love that Crash and Burn covers that, and that he did the Christmas one for us. And then Mason G, my brother. The ending of the video is gold. And I posted part of the ending over on TikTok. Jen, we have to hate Christmas while we still can.
Let's do it.
To which Amber commented, I'm super disappointed you didn't wear this in public. I would never wear that in public. Come on. I had to borrow that sweater. Sorry to disappoint you, Amber. Maybe next year. That's a wrap on 2024. Thank you guys for being there with me through this year. Hopefully we have many more together. And we have some more fun. And I'll end the video with a clip from Crash and Burn from the Christmas special that I liked a lot. Thank you for watching. Happy New Year. Let's go fuck this year up.
So like always, never forget that you guys are amazing. And I know the holidays are a tricky time for a lot of us who don't really have a ton of people to hang out with. But never forget that you're not alone. And you're fucking amazing. Who gives a fuck about Christmas? It comes and goes like that anyways. And then a new year starts. And my God, Who knows how much fun this year could be. But please, seriously, never forget that the world is a way better place because each and every one of you are in it. That's it. Oh, God, I'm dying. All right, that's it. Happy, thank you so much, dude. Back to you, wherever you are. God willing, you're somewhere where you're not overheating like I am. Merry Christmas.